Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason here at Signature Esports, and a pleasure it is to have you here live and in charge for the platform of all platforms for iRacing broadcasts. And tonight we're back in action once again. The IVRL IVRL Truck Series right here for some Monday Night Racing. Goat Racing throwing the donation up. Dude, already working the Pinkett Ford donation for Goat Racing out there. Good to see it. Harvey Abrams says on Facebook just a little bit ago, he said, man, I got lucky. Trading Paints completely deleted his spec map, and he had to search forever to find it. I'm looking forward to seeing Harvey's new pickup he's got out there, so it's going to be a ton of fun. Qualifying underway for the Las Vegas 160. Go, I smell a taco. Good to see you out there. How are you guys doing out there? Thank you to everybody out there on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Simulcasting on all three platforms today. We're going to have a fun. Goat Racing donation is up to $200 this season. Looking for at least a top 10 to donate more. That is such an awesome deal there. And hats off to Goat Racing. Go follow him out there on Facebook. Please do so because he's absolutely awesome. Good to see everybody out there. Make sure you hit the like, hit the follow, hit the subscribe, hit the whatever you want to do on whatever platform that you can. Everything that you do just helps grow the channel, and we love to see it. Right now, Nick Pressey looks like he's got the fastest lap. He and Nick Goebel, those guys are pretty much neck and neck, separated by about a tenth of a second. So absolutely insane to see. They're going to finish up qualifying here in roughly about 13 seconds. They're going to go racing here in Las Vegas. And let's take a look at the race information. 107 laps for the track here, qualifying for the 1.5 mile length Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Is the track temperature 72 degrees, so very cool. It's going to keep getting cool. It might heat up a couple of degrees, and then it'll go back to being cool. You see it jump up to 81 degrees there. So I do think that we're going to see some big track changes over the course of the race as the pace car loads them in here. And that 71 degree air temperature is going to be a big factor. They're going to go from sunset to nighttime for all of these fantastic folks. So that's kind of where it is. Nick Pressey's going to be your pole sitter here. Nick Goebel to the outside. Tommy Schaefer, AJ Ramirez. That'll make up row number 2 for you as they start to load in here. See, I like the 24. I'm digging what he's doing there. He's loading it in, and getting it down. Charles Jurek, our Fallout 76 fan. I think he's got the Phasmophobia truck in. He does have the Phasmophobia truck in today. He's going to be inside row number 3 with Derek Schilling to the outside. Cody McKinney, Keaton Swain will make up row number 4. Jaden Gimble, the number 81 out there. He's going to be in row number 5 with the 18 of Joey McKinney there to his outside. Harvey Abrams, we got to look at Harvey's truck. There it is, the 9 Crown Royal Love Machine. He's going to be there with Steven there to his outside, and the number 68. James in the 43. He's going to be there to the inside as we move down that starting grid. Whoa, there's thank you for following, Hardy. I can't believe I've got some alerts turned on that I need to probably turn off there. So they're going everywhere. Man, probably need to turn those off. Anyway. Thank you very much for doing that. I appreciate you. Thanks for following out there on Twitch. Thank you very much, Hardy. There is James in the 43, Anthony Zirkle in row number 7 with him to the outside. Kyle Spots there, the 14, George Jewell there in row number 8 to his outside. Charles Van Squeek, that's our Goat Racing driver. The number 23 is going to have Sam Harrell to his outside, and that's row number 9. I think that's the end of the starting grid for the drivers there. So good luck to everybody. Nick Pressey, Nick Goebel, those 2 drivers are ready to rock and roll. Thank you to everybody out there for doing what you do. I appreciate you very much. Keep the follows coming. Keep the chats rolling. I look forward to seeing some green flag racing right here. Pace car is going to dip off 105 laps. I said 107 laps. It's 105 for the drivers as the pace car dips off pit road. And here, high above the stands, virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway, iRacing, the platform, green flag waves for the 17th race of the season. 2 more races after this, and then they're going to have a champion in at Homestead. That's going to happen. Vicky out there. Let's go with the McKinney boys. Pressey out front. Schaefer to the back bumper already. Low line running. You can run full throttle for a couple of laps, and then after that, It's going to be all about how you're going to be able to hold on to it for the long haul. 94-40, 76. Nick Goebel there as well as they come around 3 and 4 to complete lap 1. Nick Pressey a little bit free. Everybody check it up a little bit. The one of Cody McKinney down low. He's free off the corner exit. Man, they're running. Tommy Schaefer, 0.6 of a second lead now. He's able to clear, and they are cruising. Charles Jurek back in the gas. He's ready to rock and roll. Nick Swain right behind him. I'm sorry, Keaton Swain. Nick Goebel, I'm getting names confused. It's only been 2 weeks. 78 for the win, says Hardy. Good to see you out there. 78 trying to make it work. There's AJ Ramirez, the newest popular driver here. He is ready to rock and roll. There's the HMG Innovation Chevy Silverado. Has Nick Goebel there. Oh, there's the 95 up into the wall. Keaton Swain rolling back. I think he got a little bumper-to-bumper action there in the back right quarter panel. So there might be some words to be said, but we're not going to hear those words. We're going to see how he's going to be able to rebound from this. It's a long race. We'll see what happens. There's the 44 to the inside of the 95. Everybody single file as the 40 crests around 3 and 4. Nick Pressey trying to make it. Trying to make another win out of this season, and he is doing a decent job. It was a 0.6 of a second lead there. Now it's down to 0.3 of a second. Charles Jurek there as well. Let's go, Ramirez, says the real Drew out there. Good to see you guys out there. It's always good to see everybody out there on all my favorite platforms. You folks are absolutely amazing. 40, 94, 76, 24, 178. That's going to be the drivers. James in that outside lane, trying to make it stick. He had the 81 there of Jay Gimbel to the inside, but he makes that clear. Just trying to clear some air here, I think. Fastest lap of the race just ran by that guy, Mr. Zirk. Anthony Zirkle in the number 61. We normally have driver cams, folks, but I had to go away from that until because if you don't know, I'm on borrowed time, borrowed PC things going on right here. So I'm gonna stay away from that for a little bit. If you haven't checked out the new video out there on YouTube, well, if you like OBS and you like streaming iRacing, well, there's a new video out there, a little tutorial, so to speak. So go check that out for me when you have time. But finish the race first, because Nick Pressey just went on to 40 here, and he's making it stick, making it work. Good things happening all throughout the field. 94-76 and the 40. That's a three-way battle for first. Everybody else still rolling as well. We're starting to see everybody hold on. Thank you very much. Got a new like out there. Where the alerts are coming from. They're not supposed to. Shouts to giving us some love. George giving us some love out there as well. Appreciate you very much. There's some more going on as well. New like going out there. You know, I'm not going to complain. Get used to the music for a little bit, I guess. 94-76, 40. I do think that might be happening on my lights. So we're going to go and we're going to take a look. I want to make sure that the stuff isn't doing what it's not supposed to be doing that. It's not supposed to be doing that. So we might have to turn the alert box off. We're going to do that. We're going to turn it off for now. And we'll put it back up a little bit later. 94-40. At least we'll have the chats up there. So thank you very much to everybody out there giving the likes, giving the follows, doing what you do best, because it's absolutely amazing to see everybody out there. Thank you very much for being a part of the Signature Esports family. 76-94, the battle for first still up to these three drivers, and they are still trying to pull away from the rest of the field. Cody McKinney, the number 1 truck, right there in front of the 78 of AJ Ramirez. The battle starting to close the distance. Last laps a little bit faster than the top three. For the 1 in the 78, they ran a 31.06. Nick Pressey ran a 31.32, and that is your race leader at the moment. Tommy Schaefer, 10th faster on the high line, still making it work, still making it stick. AJ Ramirez trying to hold on to the back bumper. He's 1.4 seconds back. Jay Gimbel, or Jaden Gimbel, number 81. He's got the 18 behind him. His reverse number, holding on, and right behind him, got a whole lot of traffic. Man. There is the 81 of Jaden Gimbel staring at the front 5. 10 laps in. This is going to be all about fuel strategy here. These drivers have been really good about keeping the fuel strategy where it's supposed to be. Not only that, but they've also been able to hold on to long green flag runs. So barring a catastrophe, we might be able to see this stuff happen throughout the entire race. Thank you for the new follower out there on Twitch. I do believe we got some love out there. Thank you very much to everybody doing what you do best. Nick Goebel, he's right here. He's in 9th. He is off 7 spots from the start of the race, but don't count him out. We watched him do a ton of stuff in the last race. We missed last week, and I am gonna have that race called, just so you know. I'm waiting. I'm gonna be waiting on them to send me that stuff. Hardy, thank you for the follow out there. Gotta hydrate. I'm gonna actually refresh Twitch. Twitch is having some fun right now. I do believe. It's loading my activity, so hopefully everybody's doing fantastic out there. Thank you very much to everybody loading up the chat. There it is. Now it's all back and rolling. Timothy giving us a like out there. Thank you very much, Tim. I appreciate you. Nick Pressey, Schaefer, Jurek, McKinney, Ramirez, Gimbel. Now Goebel right there behind Spots, the 14. He's holding on to the bottom line. He's got an iRacing paint scheme like none other. Steve in the 68 right back there as well. Prosser trying to push the back of Goebel, trying to make himself clear. Zirkle trying to make up some ground from the start of the race as well. Moving and grooving. Giving the likes out there to all the comments that I saw on our fantastic Facebook page. Thank you to everybody out there watching. I appreciate you very much. You know that I do, because if I didn't, I wouldn't say it. Nick Pressey got himself a little bit of a lead over Charles Jurek, who's 0.6 of a second now, 0.5 as they come down to the backstretch. 14 laps in, and with the fuel strategy here, you pop that back up one more time. 80% fuel in the trucks. So normally they run about 43 to 45 laps. 80% fuel. We're going to take about 4 or 5 laps off of that, so we're going to see somewhere around the 35 to 38 lap area. I think that's commonly what we see these drivers on the 1.5 mile track, but this is just a little bit longer of a track for the drivers, so we might see them coming a little bit early. We will see how this works. It is a 2 pit stop strategy. Tires will play a factor. Green flag runs will play a factor. There is the 81 of Jaden Gimbel running the HMG Innovations Toppy Esports Toyota Tundra. How many Fords are in the field? Actually, Fords are dominating this week. D-Zer, go baby, a boy, 61. D, how are you doing, darling? I hope you're having a fantastic day out there. Pressey in a Ford, Jurek in a Ford, McKinney, Cody Mckinney in a Ford, Joey McKinney in a Ford, Zirkle in a Ford, Van Scoyk in a Ford, Kyle Spots in a Ford, and he's going to the outside of the 23 of Van Scoyk right now. Right behind another Ford in the form of Samuel Harold there. He's got a Ford, and Harvey Abrams, my Crown Royal friend, he's got that Ford on lock as well there to the bottom of the 68. So let me count this. 2 Toyotas, Keaton Swain and a Toyota. He's off pace because of the contact early. He's going to have to try to make some of that work. He's praying for a caution. Jaden Gimbel in a Toyota as well. So the 2 Toyotas in the field running 6th and 18th. 9 Fords and 7 Chevrolets. So Tommy Schaefer trying to make it stick here. That is the first time I've seen the Fords not just out race, because right now Pressey is on a terror, but now there's more Fords than Chevys in a race. This is the first time in the since May 2020, when I started this, that I've seen more Fords in a field than Chevys. Normally it's a mix of Ford and Toyota kind of being the same, being on the same field, but and the Chevys kind of holding holding their own. And now the Fords, they're dominating. 2 more Fords in the field than the Chevrolets as they continue to move forward. 94, 40, 76, 178. Time for a pause for the cause. The vocal break coming up. little right side damage for the 87 of Derek Schilling. He is right there behind the 68 of Mr. Prosser there. He does look like he is trying to work his way around him a little bit. In 15th, the battle for 15th starting to heat up. A little right side for Nick Goebel as well. No doubt that when these drivers come to pit road for the green flag pit stops, there might be an opportunity here for them to try to figure out some of what is going on with that damage. Definitely a chance there. Oh, Nick out of the race there for a second. I'm going to follow along with the second place drivers here, second and third. Cody Mckinney is caught up to the 40 and the 76. They're going to be trying to make some things stick here as well. Thank you to everybody out there on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Make sure that you hit those follow buttons for me. I would appreciate that. Help us grow, help us become the platform of all platforms for everything, not just iRacing broadcast, but everything gaming. That is our goal. We want to be hard into the community and a part of everybody's life out there. That is why we are starting tutorial series. We're going to start a new segment about upcoming games. We're going to do all kinds of stuff. That's what I'm doing. 40 into second, gets himself around Charles Jurek. Cody Mckinney trying to make the outside line work for him as well. We're going to ride along inside the cockpit view of the number 1 truck as he drives around the 76, or tries to drive around the 76. And looks like he's going to make that clear by a 10th. He is right there on the back bumper of the 40. 40 using that mid-second lane as Cody Mckinney utilizes the bottom lane. Not quite the entrance that you would have thought there, but he did make it work for him. Corner exit kind of where he needs that to be. Trying to utilize that bottom line. The 40 is going to carry speed off corner exit. But McKinney able to save those tires a little bit there. He's going to catch the draft of the 40. They need to work together to try to put themselves into Nick Pressy's draft, because right now they're outpacing. He's outpacing them by about a tenth a lap as we carry the onboard. Let's go up to Nick Pressy here as we're going to stare backwards from the drivers. I think that's forward, that's backwards. It's there, right? Okay, we're gonna call it there. All right, so there's Nick Pressy, and here's the last 5 lap times. Cody Mckinney trying to make it work, and his last 5 lap times: 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25, all gaining on McKinney. But I think now that McKinney's gotten himself around Schaefer, he's going to try to apply some pressure. As you see him carry 3 and 4, McKinney 1.9 seconds off the pace. Schaefer there in third. Ramirez in 5th. Now the battle, everybody's starting to get a little bit closer. Nick Pressy kind of just outpacing the field right now. 32.106. McKinney better that time. So it does look like that's where they're stuck at. That's where they're going to be at. And that is quite all right by me, because they are really, really having a good day. Cody Mckinney in second, trying to close the distance. He's got a little bit of help behind him. He's going to utilize that mid-second lane. Going to utilize that egg shape for falling off pace just a little bit as Cody Mckinney tries to close the gap. But this time by, he's going to be a little bit slower, and about a tenth slower, 8/1000. Let me take that back. 8/1000ths of a second slower than Nick Pressy there as they continue to move around. Oh, yeah, there it is. There's the battle box. That's what I was looking at. Here's the relative right there. We're following along with Cody Mckinney in the 1 truck here as you see Pressy 2 seconds out in front. James in 18th as Keaton Swain got around James. Something happened to the 43 here as I see I don't know if he went to pit road. He has not come to pit road. He might have. He did. He got a little right side damage for the 43. Lap 29 being completed as we speak. So that right there looking like it's going to be a little rough. George Jewell, the 07 from the fan club in Tampa, Florida. Good to see you, Tim. George is right there. He's up 4. Ian Harvey trying to make something work here. Harvey Abrams right where he started, right there in front of George Jewell. There is the Van Jewell 07. He's tracking down some Crown Royal. That is a real thing. My favorite truck on the track, besides, this guy right here, this guy donating for top 10s and top 5s and all that awesome stuff, Mr. Van Scoik. My favorite truck is this truck. He has played Phasmophobia with me more times than I can count now. Actually, I think 3 or 4 times. And he wanted to change his truck up. I'm a fan of the 76. I kind of wish it was a Chevy because I like the Chevy a little bit better, but I'm not going to dog him. He's up into third right now, 3.2 seconds off the pace. He and A.J. Ramirez now running third and fourth. Schaefer falling back to fifth now. Jaden Gimbel there as well. Gimbel trying to close the distance down as that inside line starts to provide a little bit of a cushion. I think that's what it is. Here's the onboard, the 81 of Jaden Gimbel utilizing that low line, trying to pull the draft of the 78 there. He's there to the inside of Tommy Schaefer. Schaefer there to the outside, trying to get that inside line run. Out of the throttle early, you've got to carry in and be able to clear. And I don't think that is going to be, he is going to be clear this time. Made me nervous there. The way he exited that didn't really hold on to it, but that's all right. Right behind him, Tommy Schaefer in sixth. Don't count him out just yet. Right now, Cody McKinney still trying to track down Nick Pressey, as I think Cody McKinney is running a matte paint scheme with a little bit of chrome on there. I wish I'd have looked at that a little bit better. There's probably something I could do to make that look. Whoa! Did Cody hit the wall? Sorry, his exit looked like he hit the wall. I don't think that he did though. So let's follow him here and see. I thought he might have touched the wall. Nope, he didn't. He's clean. All right, he's good to go. Just wanted to double check here as they come across the stripe. Nick Pressey out front. Let's roll through your 18. James, 23 and a half seconds off the pace. But I think he's up into the wall just a little bit there. I think he's a little bit free. 34 of 105. Getting ready to approach the green flag pit stops for these drivers. No, I think that they're going to try to push it to 35, 37 laps. I would say that that's probably going to be. Good evening, Shasta. Always good to see you. Keaton Swain there in the 17th. He's 15 seconds off the pace. As we're going to start seeing maybe some pit strategy come into play. There's the 68 of Steven back air in 16th. Derek Schilling in pit road early. He's trying something different, little right side damage, so he's gonna fall back and he's gonna give up that spot. Kyle Spots, a new driver a newer driver here for me at least. The 14 up one, started 15th, falling off pace just a little bit on the tires. Looks like the 68 trying to go around. Looks like the 14's a little bit free right there, kind of coming down a little bit in front of the 68. It was kind of almost cutting the nose off. You don't want to do that, not to anybody, let alone if you're a little bit free. Give up your lane, get yourself collected, get back in the gas, and go at it again. A lot of drivers coming in. Nick Pressey, your race leader, giving up the lead to Charles Jurek, who's going to come around with the 78 of Ramirez. 36 laps in of 105. That'll put him in back at 72, which means if they run green the entire way, green to green, that'll make a 33 lap green flag run for 33 to 35 laps for most of the drivers. So we're going to see how that's going to work. Jurek trying to get into pit road nice and easy this next time by. AJ Ramirez and Anthony Zirkle in. Anthony Zirkle was screaming fast early on, so maybe burnt up the tires a little bit too quickly. Let's see if he's going to be able to capitalize that. George Jewell into 8th now. Nick Goebel into pit road. He started 4th. He's going to be up in his pit lane. Does look like Jaden Gimbel's going to go around and lead a lap here as the 76 of Charles Jurek comes to pit road. So Jaden Gimbel getting some TV time in the Toyota. Everybody else into pit road. Jaden Gimbel, the last driver to be able to come to pit road here. And is going to have to, because if he doesn't come to pit road, he's going to be leaving himself out to dry. Cody McKinney coming around. He's going to be catching Gimbel very quickly and getting his lap back. He was already close to getting to the point of passing Gimbel. Gimbel down to speed now as he is on pit road. Cody McKinney will come around. I do believe he will assume the lead here as he pitted. He was one of the drivers that were inside the top three, inside the top 3 or 4 that pitted on lap 35. So he's his strategy is that he and Nick Pressey are going to be in on 35. Pressey is in third. They came in together. McKinney able to win the race off pit road as Nick Pressey had about a 6/10 of a lap difference on lap times. Charles Jurek, he's catching back up to speed as well. He came in on lap 37. Jaden Gimbel leaving pit road now is going to have to do some work there. Hopefully he didn't get a penalty there by getting out of pit road a little bit high there, because that can be an issue. Gimbel's second lane on the inside. Jurek going around. There is AJ Ramirez up to speed. He's going to go to the inside of the 81. 81 not quite up to speed yet, but he does find himself with favored fortune there in fifth. Tommy Schaefer trying to run his fastest lap of the race. He's very close to it. 30.79 this time by. I do believe that was his fastest lap. Cody McKinney ran a 31.19 his last lap, and he has a whole lot of company in the form of the 94 who's trying to get his lap back here, or get his lead back here. He makes that pass. He is going to have that pass. Charles Jurek 31.17 on the last lap. He came in on 37 and is trying to make it stick. There is Jaden Gimbel in fourth and AJ Ramirez in fifth. Pit road is a big factor here. What can you do to make up pace, make up speed? And the next time we see these drivers on pit road, it's going to be around lap 70 to 72. I do believe that might be the big factor here. 70 to 72. We might see some short pitters to try to catch up some time. Nick Pressey there to the inside. The one of Cody McKinney trying to burn up the tires for the 94 as the one carries the outside. The battle side by side with the two trucks here. Third and fourth lane running. The one carries better speed on the straightaway on the backstretch, but the 94 able to still carry the inside line very well, as they are doing very well to run side by side. One trying to pull the air. You look at the air coming off of the truck here on the outside. I don't know if that's even a good view for you. Let's go to the cockpit view. Actually, I take that back. We'll do this one right here. There's Cody McKinney, Nick Pressey right here, side by side racing for the drivers, and they're doing a phenomenal job of being able to be side by side in the middle of the turns on the straightaway here. Cody McKinney utilizing the air off of the wall. There's almost just too much gap in between the 94 and the one for him to really break away from him. And watch the one get right to the back bumper of the 94, pull the air off the splitter there. Gets him a little bit free. You see how the 94 got a little bit free right there. And the one able to just nip a little bit more each and every lap. Folks, I always appreciate everybody out there. As the one runs side by side with the 94, let's go through and check in on the rest of the folks. James coming around's got a whole little bit of damage right there, as the 43 just seems like he not having a good day. Kyle Spots, he is an 18th, 3 laps down. I think he went and got some stuff fixed. He's got some right side as well. Looks like right rear and right front. I wonder if he tapped the wall with the right rear and then later on kind of snapped into the wall again. It does happen. Nick Noble out there in the number 24. He's doing a decent old job. He is got that. He's got a lot of right side damage, and I didn't even see where that came from. But he's in 16th. He's not 14th. He started there early in the race, and I usually say don't count out Nick Goebel, but that right there looks like he's having some issues. Keaton Swain wrapped up early, but he's still in 15th. He's off 7th from the start of the race. Steve right in front of him, the number 68, has some right side as well. He's up. He's off 2 from the start of the race, so he's in 14th. He started in 12th. Derek Schilling off 7th, started in 6th. He's right behind George Jewell, who looks pretty darn clean. as he's in 12th up 4. And Anthony Zirkle started 14th. He's got a little bit of right side. You don't count him out. He's fast, too. He's got Charles Van Scoyk in front of him. There's the number 23 trying to pull a strategy out of his Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar Ford F-150. Right in front of him, Sam Harrell in the 44. Not giving up a lane here as these two Fords run down wow, 44 a little bit free off the corner there. 23 right over the back bumper. They're ready to rock and roll. Try to make sure that these lanes run as fast as they can. Joey McKinney in the number 18. Well, right now, Joey McKinney is catching a little bit of speed here. That number 18 is 12 seconds off the pace, but he's closing the gap to his teammate Cody McKinney, who is still battling with Nick Pressey on the outside here and on the straightaways now. I think McKinney is leading laps here. He led that lap, so he's starting to work Nick Pressey a little bit here. 50 of 105. We're almost halfway through this race, and it's been a quick one. And we've only been going at this for 30 minutes, and they are already halfway through this race. That is absolutely insane. Outside lane being the fast lane for the 1. The 94 able to hold on. Little left rear damage. Looks like there's a fold on the rear bumper of the 94. Wonder if they kind of got into each other a little bit there. I don't see any nose damage on the 1, though, so that's kind of how it's working. Cody McKinney trying to lead here. AJ Ramirez right back where he started. 5 seconds off the pace, trying to close down a little bit. And they are starting to close. The more that Nick Pressey and Cody McKinney battle, the more the drivers behind them are catching up. Jaden Gimbel had 6 seconds between he and Cody McKinney after green flag pit stops, and now down to 4.5. It's not much of a difference, but it is a difference to be seen. AJ Ramirez there, Charles Jurek, the number 76, rolling in 5th. I do like that truck. Tommy Schaefer in the number 40, trying to work his way back inside the top 3 as well. He is in 6th. Harvey Abrams up 4 right behind him. There's the Crown Royal. I'm liking the white and yellow Crown Royal look for that Ford, and that is my opinion. I'm gonna stick to it. Harvey, nice looking truck, brother. Sam in the 44, he's up 9. He's your biggest mover of the race, but he does have the 23 right behind him, and those lap times starting to crest Pressey and McKinney. The more that these guys battle, the more that those drivers behind are catching them, and that is a factor here. McKinney up high, trying to pull the lane away from the 94. And I don't know if McKinney would want to run. He's faster in the mid lane. I don't know that he would want to run the bottom lane, but we'll see what happens here as they continue to roll forward. I think Twitch and YouTube just took a nosedive on me, so I do apologize if those are down. They are not being great to me. They did. Oh, maybe they didn't go down. I don't know. It says they're down. Let's go see. Let's go to my channel. I'm not. I guess I'm not. I don't know. I don't know, folks. 55 of 105. As they are rolling. Good to see everybody out there. Thank you to everybody watching on the platforms. I think Restream just had a little bit of an issue. I think that's all that it was. So if it did kind of drop out for you there, I do apologize. We don't like to see that stuff happen. Let's see, comments. Oh, big old like. Thank you to everybody out there. All right, pause for the cause. We're gonna roll through some through some things here, and I'll be right back with you in just a moment. All right, on board with Joey McKinney, Chesterfield, Virginia native, trying to get around the 14 of Kyle Spots as he rolls through his gears, trying to have some fun, trying to do what he does best. McKinney out front. Thanking everybody out there enjoying the stream. Thank you for the new followers. I think somebody just followed on Facebook. I think that was Mr. Tim, becoming an SC Warrior out there. Thank you for following us out there, Tim. I appreciate you very much. We are ready to rock and roll. We're having a ton of fun, and they're 64 laps in. We're about 10 laps away, 8 to 10 laps away from a green flag run here. Another green flag pit stop, and right now McKinney is really doing himself some justice here. This will be, I think, the third race green to green that this league will see here, and they've been doing a pretty decent job. Wearing the tires off of Nick Pressey, well, that worked for him because Nick Pressey now 1.4 seconds back, and Jaden Gimble starting to catch. Gimble went from sixth after the green flag pit stops. He's got a lap better than every other driver that's out there, so he'll be able to run a lap longer than the field. And if he does what he did this last time, he'll come in on lap 76. That is kind of what I'm looking at there. That'll give him roughly about a 31 lap sprint to the end. I'm sorry, a 29 lap sprint to the end, which give him the fresher tires, which means that you're just running the entire way. AJ Ramirez not far off. He's 4.5 seconds. He's starting to catch McKinney as well. McKinney and Nick Pressey came in on 35. The idea here, they're on 31 lap old tires now. The idea here is that they're probably going to have to find a way to get themselves back in the mix and get themselves back within striking distance, or be able to keep that lead away from Jaden Gimble. Nick Pressey falling hard to the 81, who just he just strolls around the 94 there. Nick Pressey just trying to let him go. It does look like Nick has a little bit of right front damage as well. I know he's got a little rear damage there, but it looks like he got into the wall. And so Jaden Gimble picking up second, closing the distance 67 of 108. And these drivers are going to have to start thinking about, do I short pit or do I try to run this thing as dry as possible? AJ Ramirez back to fourth. Tommy Schaefer trying to get back to third. And their lap times very, very, very prominent. Now, Tommy Schaefer running just as his lap times are just as fast as Jaden Gimble's. Nick Pressey and AJ Ramirez right now, and Cody McKinney 32.2 on his last one. Gimble 32.19. Pressey, take that back, 32.61 his last time by. So Cody McKinney still outpacing the field. Let's take a look at the last 5 lap times from your race leader to Jaden Gimble. 64, 65, 66, 67, just a little bit better, edging out Cody McKinney. Now McKinney, this last time by, stopped on the gas and said, I'm going to take some of that time away from you, and that's exactly what he did. Lap 69 being completed right now for your race leader in the form of Cody McKinney. We'll see what Jaden Gimble does here. A little bit slower, so it does look like they're trying to make some things working to their advantage. Nick Pressey on pit road, Charles Jurek on pit road, Harvey Abrams for the final time. They're going to try to make it 35 laps. They're going to short pit and try to keep that lead. Not a bad idea, especially if you feel like you're kind of falling off pace just a little bit. 70 of 105 for the drivers as they come around. I'm going to pull up a few things here as seeing some live streaming stuff being thrown out there. It does look like SBRN is out there doing some stuff. Let's see. I'm moving over. Normally I have all the points and everything set up, folks, but because I had to switch over to the new stuff here, it's not a new PC, but it's a PC. Jaden Gimble, now your race leaders. Cody McKinney comes to pit road. We're on borrowed time. that makes any sense. We're on borrowed time. Gimbel out front. He's going to be leading around. I'm going to take a look at the points here real quick. I'm going to make sure that I know what we're doing and how we're doing it. Points and standings. Let's take a look. Right now, Cody McKinney has 588 points. Keaton Swain 569. So a 19-point difference between the drivers. Joseph McKinney in third with a 31-point difference between he and Cody McKinney. Harvey Abrams in fourth in points. Charles Van Squik, our GOAT racer, fifth in points. Charles Jurek, sixth in points. Stephen Prosser, seventh in points. And we're getting all the way down to eighth is Jaden Gimbel. Ninth, George Jewell. Nick Goebel, 10th in points. And has a lot to do with consistency. And I tell you what, Cody McKinney looking like he is trying to be as consistent as possible. But Jaden Gimbel trying to get that bonus, try to win, trying to have himself a good day. 74 of 105. And we're getting close to that 25 to go here. In about 6 or 7 laps, we're going to see it. Keaton Swain still thinking about holding on. He's going to probably lock it down, get himself to pit road. Ooh, hard on the gas. There he is. Jaden Gimbel came in on 38. So no doubt he's going to try to lap the field just in case something happens here. And then he will put himself. He did. He has lapped the field now. George Jewell, first truck, 2 laps down. He's right there behind the race leader. He's going to put it. He's going to pull that lap away from Jaden Gimbel very quickly here, as you're going to see the 81 try to keep. He's going to have to try to keep it low, because if he doesn't, you can end up getting into these drivers with faster tires. 81 of Jaden Gimbel, not yet to pit road, as the 07 of Jaden Gimbel, I'll take that back, is coming to pit road. Locks it down. Hopefully he didn't get speeding on there. He was pretty fast getting into there. So I'm kind of hoping that didn't happen. McKinney, Pressey, Abrams, Jurek, Ramirez. That's going to be the top 6 at the moment as Gimbel gets in and completes his pit stop. We will see if there is a hold here for him because he locked that up. Hopefully he just slid in. He was able to get it locked down, and that he was working really hard to keep those times working for him. McKinney coming around. He's going to reassume the lead as Jaden Gimbel is going to be leaving pit road as we speak. So some tracking down he's going to have to do. Jaden Gimbel just now getting out, leaving pit road. And now the distance for the next 30 laps for the 2 drivers is going to be 6 seconds as Harvey Abrams and Charles Jurek try to close the distance on all of these drivers. Thank you to everybody out there for doing what you're doing. Appreciate you very much. Somebody did something cool somewhere. What was it? George giving me a like. What are you doing, brother? Appreciate you very much. Aren't you racing? Aren't you in 11th right now? I do think you're in 11th. Thank you very much for liking the stream. Cody McKinney, 5 seconds over Abrams. 81 of Gimbel he's going to try to win this race by tracking down Cody McKinney. But remember, Cody McKinney, even on older tires, was still just as fast as Jaden Gimbel with 5 lap fresher tires. So he was actually still pulling away from him. So Jaden Gimbel is going to have to really push the boundaries here. He's going to have to get a little bit aggressive and go after the lines here if he's going to have any chance of catching Cody McKinney, because they're coming down to that 25 to go here very, very soon. Cody McKinney came in on 71, 4-lap difference on tires between Cody McKinney and Jaden Gimbel. 2-lap difference between Harvey Abrams and company. Jaden Gimbel able to extend that. So he's got 6-lap fresher tires than Harvey Abrams and Charles Jurek. Only 4-lap fresher tires than Cody McKinney, which is more than you would expect, because there's only a 10th gain here or there. Last lap for Cody McKinney was a 31.11. This time by, we're going to see if he's going to run any faster. Does look like 31.26. Jaden Gimbel looks like a 31.1 on that. So only a 10th, maybe a 16th gained on Cody Mckinney as they're coming around to complete lap 80. We're going to have the Pinkett Ford 25 to go here this next time by. So that'll be the battle for the lead. Anthony Zirkle in 13th, last truck on the lead lap. He does have Keaton Swain in front of him, so he's trying to catch a break here, trying to get to these drivers. As Keaton Swain is trying to track down George Jewell, who's got Derek Schilling in front of him. George Jewell there to the inside. Clean truck so far. As you see, the 07 hard into the corner. Joey McKinney there in the 9th spot, up one spot from the start of the race. He's still trying to track down Harrell, who's trying to get to the inside of the 23 here. Van Scoik is a lap down, but the Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar Ford F-150, I think all of what's going on with him is all with his nose. He's got a little left rear damage. He's got a little nose damage. So he might have gotten the back of somebody. Tommy Schaefer started 3rd. He's in 7th now. He is working very hard to throw that truck into the corners and get any of that time back that he has. 24 laps to go. Jaden Gimble starting to really apply the pressure, get himself to Cody McKinney, who is utilizing the midline right now. Jaden Gimble, 3.5 seconds with 24 laps to go. HMG Innovations, Harvey Abrams right behind, trying to capitalize on that as well. Charles Jurek in 4th. AJ Ramirez in 5th. Nick Pressey trying to work his way back to the front as well. It kind of makes me wonder if he took any kind of damage repair. I don't think that he did. Tommy Schaefer did. He took six extra seconds. Yeah, thank you, Shasta. She says, great racing tonight and broadcasting. Welcome back. I appreciate it. We had, every once in a while you got to have a computer issue, right? It's just natural, right? What had happened was iRacing didn't pay for the blown motherboard. Let's just put it that way. I wouldn't call it a blown motherboard. Basically my motherboard melted. Had some issues with the processor. It caught on fire. Things like that do happen. It's life. It happens, right? Not much you can do about it. So that's why there's always a donate button on Twitch. I'm just saying. You don't have to. It's totally a joke. 181, 976, 78. I told the missus that I'm gonna have to start charging more just to be able to appropriate spending all the extra money to fix some stuff. AJ Ramirez in 5th. He has got some speed on him here. He came in on lap 72. He was one of the drivers kind of came in the middle of the field, especially in the top 5. It seemed like whenever he came in, drivers like the number 68 Stephen Prosser, Nick Goebel, the 24 Van Scoik, they all came in on 72 as well. They're finding themselves a lap down, and Ramirez came in on that same lap, seemingly finding speed to be there, and I think he didn't want to come in on 71 when the race leader did. He wanted to come in on his own lap, so he came the next time by, and he's finding himself in good fortune here. He is 11 seconds off the pace, trying to track down Charles Jurek, but it does speak bodes to these drivers. Harvey Abrams in 3rd. Jaden Gimble in 2nd, 2.8 seconds back. He is starting to close the distance. It is a tenth at a time, but Gimble, the last time by, he closed by, maybe 0.2 of a second. Let's look at the last 5 lap times. I don't know if Cody McKinney is just kind of biding his time, kind of just saving here. 4 laps isn't that much, and I know that the 68 is just kind of in the hunt right there. He's got Nick Goebel who's trying to track him down. Nick Goebel, 10.8 seconds off the pace, a lap down from Steve here in the 68. Van Scoik not far off, but Cody McKinney and Jaden Gimble, he might be just trying to bide his time. You never know. You never know what the thoughts are and the ideas for the drivers might be. But we're going to take the last pause for the cause to hydrate as the PinkettFord.org Truck Series is here Before I do that, I do want to mention pinkitforward.org because I haven't really done that all race. Pinkitforward.org. You got to go to the website. You got to find a way to donate. You got to be able to take care of that. Go Racing has put up a lot of money for his finishes to get himself into the mix here. So that's one example of a driver that's stepped up, and they've been able to raise money throughout October to do so as well. But you can do your part by going to pinkitforward.org, giving yourself some added sense of being able to support breast cancer awareness. So that's why their logo is up there twice. That's why it's all over the place for these drivers. And you got to appreciate what that fine organization is doing. And what I'm going to have to do is one of my gaming streams, I'm going to have to get in here. I'm going to have to just do a charity stream just for them. Looking at the lap times, 15 laps to go. I'm going to do a 5-lap pause for the cause to hydrate, so that way we can call the end of this race. It's going to be amazing. Hold on tight. We're not done. All that saving, what does it do? It allows you to be competitive. Right now, he's got a little bit of help with Anthony Zirkle here. Cody Mckinney down into the lower lane, trying to get around some lap traffic here. Is going to be able to pull the draft off to 61 one more time. Inside-outside move. The two forwards side by side. Zirkle trying to stay on the lead lap. Not going to be successful. Jaden Gimbel closing the distance. He was 1.3 seconds. The distance, it closed up 1.1 seconds, went back 1.2 seconds, and then now back 1.1, and is now within a second of the one. The one can, if he can run a line and keep it clean, he's going to be able to do just fine. Derek Schilling, the next driver in front of him, though, and he's going to utilize every bit of that draft that he can. Cody McKinney has Zirkle right behind him. Zirkle still fast on his tires. Nothing wrong with that truck. He's got a little right side damage, but there's nothing wrong with the speed of that truck. So all that's going to do is just going to help the number one as the 81 tries to close the distance. That's the distance between the two. 8 laps to go. The 81 trying to utilize the midline here to gain that speed, just like what the one was doing earlier, 9/10 of a second onto the front stretch, as we're seeing 32.04 from Cody McKinney. We'll see what this last time, 32:09, 32:02 for Jaden Gimbel. Lap time starting to level out for the two drivers as the 71 lap timers. I do think that Cody McKinney was saving. Their caution comes out. AJ Ramirez involved. And that changes everything. Anthony Zirkle will be your lucky dog. You know, he is rooting for that. He's going to be able to get some things fixed. Cody McKinney was like, no, sir. That's not at all what I wanted. And now, by the time we get back to it, we are going to have ourselves a green white checker. Let's take a look and see what happened to AJ Ramirez. Oh, back out of here. Let's do this. AJ Ramirez in the 78. Looks like he might have. They got kind of side by side here going into the corner. I think this developed into a corner. So let's take a look here and kind of what happened. This is basically an entire lap. I don't know where Charles got that left side damage from. They might have gotten it prior, but let's far chase this, and we'll follow this line. 76 running the 78 there. He's giving him room. 76 comes down. He's going to be right. Oh, how about a little net code there? That probably is where he got the damage. And they're both lucky there that didn't collect them both. So the 76 to the outside of the 78. They both got, they're side by side once again. 78 down low. He was mid lane. This 76 and he were trying to share a lane. And I think the 76 was trying to come down into the second lane, thinking the 78 was going to be a little bit lower, and he was not. He took that lane away. So that is what brought out the caution. These things do happen. Nick Pressey coming in to get tires, trying to utilize that first pit stop. Guess who's going to win the race off pit road? Well, that's going to be Cody McKinney. He's going to get himself out of pit road. Jaden Gimbel will come out second. Harvey Abrams will be third. Tommy Schaefer will be fourth. Natural green white checkered, I do believe, is going to happen here. Sam Harrell in fifth. Anthony Zirkle to sixth now as he comes around. But he just took the lucky dog. So he's going to be at the tail end of the longest line on the lead lap. He's going to be able to get himself to pit road here. He might be able to get some of that damage repaired. We're going to see what's going to happen here, because no matter what he does, he has to come. He has to be at the end. He's going to be at the end of the longest line. So let's see what he does. George Jewell, Joey McKinney. That'll make seventh and eighth. Keaton Swain coming off pit road. He went ahead and took care of some of that damage. Derek Schilling coming off pit road as well. So if you stuck around, well, I'm glad that you did, because you know it's about to get interesting. Charles into pit road, getting himself taken care of there. A little bit of damage he has to get taken care of. So we'll see. I think he was on the lead lap. I thought he was on the lead lap. Nick Goebel is going to be coming around. No, Jerk is a lap down, so I do take that back. Goebel in the lead, on the lead lap as well. So let's see. AJ Ramirez got a whole lot of right side damage. Anthony Zirkle there in getting that damage repaired. He should be back on the lead lap as well. He'll be in 11th on the restart of this race. So hopefully he's going to leave pit road very quickly. They're on the backstretch, 4 laps to go. We should have a natural green-white checker. So they should be 2 to go right now. And then they'll get the free passes here. Steve will be back on the lead lap, so he'll have the free pass. He'll start at the end of the longest line as well. And Anthony Zirkle leaving pit road. Who in the world is... Oh, it's Kyle. I think Kyle was trying to leave his pit lane, and it put him off track. Uh-oh. Don't blink, Kyle. We love you. James coming off pit road as well. AJ Ramirez, he's going to be leaving pit road. And then Steve is coming back to pit road here. So he got the free pass, and he's going to let himself drop back down to pit road. Lights are going to be off. It's going to be a natural green-white checkered here too. And then the white flag. So they do have a couple of attempts at a green-white checkered here, not including the natural. So it's going to be interesting. 102 being completed. They're going to begin on 103. They'll finish up 104, and then they'll be good to go. That's exactly what it is, right? Or they're finishing 103, then it'll be 104 and 105. That'll be the 2 laps they're going to be driving. Man, McKinney, Gimbel, Abrams, Schaefer, Harold, Jewell. That's going to be the front 3 rows. And then we're going to have Joey McKinney, Swain, Schilling, Pressey, Zirkle, Ramirez. That'll be 11 through 12. Jurek, Van Scoik, Goebel, Prosser. They're all going to be a lap down. And then 2 laps down for James in the 43. And then our number 14, Kyle, 5 laps down back there. All right. Pace car is going to dive off. On to pit road, and the only caution that we have had so far happens with 5 laps to go. Can you think about it? Man, it was, 7 laps ago, technically. Green flag waves. McKinney gets it. Abrams to the inside. Gimbel there to the outside. Tommy Schaefer trying to make the inside line stick to the 81. McKinney 2 laps ago wants to see the white flag wave here. He doesn't care about what's going on behind him. He just wants to drive. McKinney, Abrams, Schaefer, that's going to be the top 3. Jaden Gimbel there to the high line. Midline running 40 to the high side. He's going to be running to the outside of the 9. 49, 81 to the inside, trying to make it clear. White flag is going to wave here at Las Vegas. The 160 has been amazing. Nick Goebel off track back here. The 9 right behind the 1. 2 Fords battling it out. Harvey Abrams not trying to say, hey, I'm not here, but we're going to be here. Jaden Gimbel there to the inside. Up and down they go. Harvey Abrams back door bumping. 1, 9, 81 to the outside of the 9. The 1 coming around, front stretch running. 81 trying to make it stick to the inside. 81 sends the 9 up the track. I do believe Harvey Abrams will finish in that position. But, man, McKinney, Abrams, Gimbel, that should be the top 3. I do believe that's what it is. What a great finish there. Congratulations to Cody Mckinney. He gets his 2nd win of the season. Sam Harrell runs the fastest lap of the race to finish in 4th. And Tommy Schaefer, right behind him, Jaden Gimbel runs a 30.54. Sam Harrell finishes in 4th with a 30.53. So they run the fastest laps of the race. The last two laps of the race. Man. Kelly, thank you for the like. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you very much. Thank you to everybody out there on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. And all good things for those who enjoy. You missed the race, you'll have to go back and watch it. It was green all the way up until lap basically 97, 98. And then they had a caution, and they just had a natural green-white checkered. So they actually finished the race with as many laps as it did. It was a great finish right there. What a great finish for all of the drivers. A ton of fun for them all. And it was absolutely, it was insane. I would say insane. It was a good race. It was a really good race. Let's jump up here into, I want to make sure I get into the broadcast booth before these drivers do. We are going to get get a look at what the race results are going to show, because just because I think that somebody should be in 2nd doesn't mean that they are. And it does look like Harvey did finish in 2nd. Jaden Gimbel will finish in 3rd. Cody McKinney, your race winner. And he was by 11/100ths of a second. Jaden Gimbel kind of got into the back quarter panel. Harvey Abrams there a little bit. I think that was just hard racing by both of the drivers, and but they're going to finish almost 0.2 of a second off of both of them. A good drive for all of them, as man, it was a ton of fun. So race results: 1 of Cody McKinney finishes in 1st, Harvey Abrams in 2nd, Jaden Gimbel in 3rd, Sam finishes in 4th, Tommy finishes in 5th, Joey finishes in 6th, George, well, man, you finished in 7th. Keaton finishes in 8th. Nick finishes in 9th. Derek finishes in 10th. Zerk finishes in 11th. AJ finishes in 12th. Mr. Van Scoik, Goat Racing, finishes in 13th. Charles finishes in 14th. Steve, James, Nick, Kyle, all of them rounding out What a finish! Yes, Harvey, that was a finish. That was a finish for the ages, and it was a pretty darn good finish, if I do say so myself. That's how it is. Cody Mckinney's going to be your race winner here, and it was fun, folks. It was a ton of fun. Nothing like having the end of the race work to the advantage of a long green flag run, and then the ability to jump back in and get that restart like Cody McKinney had. It saved the race for him, and it was a natural green-white checkered. So congrats to Cody McKinney on the race win here. Harvey, congrats on being P2, brother. That was amazing to watch you and Jaden battle that out. Zerk, nice race out there. He says that was a great little race. Congratulations to all the folks out there. Make sure you go to pinketforward.org. Tune in for all of that information next week as well. 2 races left in the season for the IVRL Pinkett Ford. It's been a lot of fun with these drivers, and they're going to be at South Boston next week. So they're going to run 150 laps. South Boston's a tricky track in the truck. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen with that. And then Homestead Miami Speedway is going to be on the 13th of December. So just a few weeks left for the drivers, and it's been a ton of fun for the IVRL Pinkett Ford Truck Series, and it's been definitely been a pleasure to see what they've been able to do and accomplish here. Pinketforward.org. Find a way to donate. They're amazing. They're absolutely amazing, and we're gonna work on finding a way to give back ourselves over here at Signature Esports. Check out the new tutorial series for Signature Esports on YouTube. We're going to be uploading more and more videos. We're going to play more and more games. We're going to be doing more and more broadcasts as we continue to move forward. Folks, it was my birthday yesterday, and what a way to top it off today for some IVRL Pinkett Ford Series outstanding truck race today at Las Vegas. Congratulations to the boys. They should all feel proud, regardless if anybody's mad at anybody. I don't care. It was a great race. I like fuel strategy races, and that's what I take away from this. Folks, we love you. Thank you, Zerk. We love you. We appreciate you. And of course, and always, if I don't see you, you know what to do. Have a good afternoon, good evening, and a good morning. Oh, wait, we didn't do it at all today. Helicopter word for the field. It's a real thing. There you go. Cheers.
Fairfield Motorsports in Montour.
Wrong button.
Well, he was told earlier not to